Dear students, in previous video lecture we have seen DUIS rule 1 and its example. Today we will see DUIS rule 2. DUIS rule 2 is applicable when integrals with the limits as a functions of the parameter. If we have the integral of the form I of alpha is equals to integral a alpha to b alpha f of x alpha dx, this function is integrated with respect to x. So x is variable and alpha is parameter here, and if you observe here this limits as a functions of the parameter alpha. So to differentiate this on both sides, apply DUIS rule 2. So this is equals to di upon alpha is equals to integral of a alpha to b alpha. First step, find the partial derivative of this function with respect to the parameter alpha, that means dabba by dabba alpha of f of x alpha dx plus value of this function which is inside the integral to the upper limit. Here x is variable, so replace each variable x by the upper limit here b. So function becomes f of b alpha into derivative of this upper limit with respect to the parameter alpha. Note this step. This is very important step here. Value of this function to the upper limit. That means replace each x by the upper limit here b. So function becomes f of b alpha and into derivative of upper limit with respect to alpha minus value of this function to the lower limit. That means replace this variable x by the lower limit here a. So function becomes minus f of a alpha and find the derivative of this lower limit with respect to the parameter alpha. So use this step here to apply the DUIS rule 2. While finding partial derivative of this function with respect to alpha, you have to keep x totally as a constant and then you will get some function here. After replacing the upper limit in this function, you will get some function here. Find the derivative of upper limit with respect to the parameter minus here value of the function to the lower limit and here derivative of this lower limit with respect to the parameter alpha. So you can use this DUIS rule 2 to solve the examples. Now we will see some examples on DUIS rule 2. Example number 1. Show that phi of a is equals to integral pi upon 6a to pi upon 2a. Function is sine of ax upon x dx. And we have to show that this phi of a is independent of a. So for that we have to use the DUIS rule 2 and show that how this phi of a is independent of a. So to show this phi of a is independent of a, first of all we have to find phi dash of a. So here if you observe that instead of the notation I, notation phi is used. So you can use this second notation also to denote this integral. So write down this phi of a as it is. Phi of a is equals to integral of pi upon 6a to pi upon 2a sine of ax upon x dx. Call it as equation number 1. Here in this function this is integrated with respect to x. So x is variable and a is parameter. So denote this by phi of a. So by DUIS rule 2, why DUIS rule 2 is applicable here? Because if you observe the nature of the function, these are not the constant function, these are the functions of here parameter a. So that's why apply DUIS rule 2. So differentiate on both sides by using this rule. The next step is in front of you. Phi of a becomes phi dash of a, or you can write is that d phi by dA is equals to integral of pi upon 6a to pi upon 2a. First step from DUIS rule 2. Find the partial derivative of this function with respect to the parameter a. So dabba by dabba a of sine of ax upon x dx. Second step, here value of this function to the upper limit. That means we have to replace this x by upper limit pi upon 2a. So next step is here Sine of a into x is replaced by pi upon 2a upon here x is replaced by pi upon 2a into d of dA of upper limit pi upon 2a. So this is your second step, minus third term here which exists according to Diaz rule 2. Here replace this x by the lower limit pi upon 6a. So sine of a into pi upon 6a upon x, that means pi upon 6a, and find the partial derivative of this lower limit with respect to the parameter a. In this step, if you observe that a is common, will get cancelled. Here also a is common, this will get cancelled. You can write pi upon 2a as this function into 2a upon pi, and you can write pi upon 6a as this function into 6a upon pi in the next step. So in the next step, d phi by dA is equals to integral of pi upon 6a to pi upon 2a. Partial derivative of sine of ax is sine of ax into x upon x is there, dx plus 2a upon pi, a will get cancelled, sine of pi by 2 into derivative of this is minus pi upon 2a square. In the second step here, this pi upon 6a becomes minus 6a upon pi, a will get cancelled, sine of pi by 6 is there, and derivative of pi upon 6a is minus pi upon 6, derivative of 1 upon a is minus 1 upon a square. So cancel some common terms here from the second term and the third term. Here take the product of this and this, sine of pi by 2 is 1, take the product of this and this, write the value of sine of pi by 6 is equals to 1 by 2, this minus sign will be there, so minus minus becomes plus, and this negative sign will appear here. Simultaneously, here you have to integrate this cos of ax with respect to x, and integration of cos of ax is sine of ax upon a. Apply the upper limit and lower limit in the first term. Cancel some common terms, so you will get the next step as 2 will get cancelled, a and pi will get cancelled, negative sign is here, so minus 1 upon a. Here 6a cancel, pi cancel, 1 upon a, and here into 1 by 2, so plus 1 upon 2a. Now write, or you can cancel a from here and a from here, so sine of pi by 2 and sine of pi by 6 is left. Use the proper values of this angle. So this is equals to 1 upon a, sine of pi by 2 minus sine of pi by 6 minus 1 upon a plus 1 upon 2a. Put the proper values here, multiply by 1 by a into 1, minus 1 by 2 into 1 upon a, minus 1 upon a plus 1 upon a. So alternate negative sign and same terms are exist here. So sum of all the terms is equals to 0. Thus d phi upon dA is equals to 0. If you observe that, if you integrate on both sides, phi of a becomes c, that means this phi of a is totally independent of a. That means there is. Second question on DUI's rule 2. If f of x is equals to integral 0 to x minus t bracket square g of t dt, then show that d cube f upon dx cube minus 2 times g of x is equals to 0. Here if you observe this integral, the notation is again different. Instead of I notation, f is used, so you can use the notation according to this integral. This function is to be integrated with respect to t. So in this integral, t is variable and x is parameter. That means this limits as a function of the parameter. So that's why we have to use DUIS rule 2. So first step is that write down the given integral as it is. F of x is equals to 0 to x minus t bracket square g of t dt. These are the functions of the parameter x. So apply the DUIS rule 2. Here df upon dx is equals to integral 0 to x. Take the partial derivative of this function with respect to the parameter x, that is dabba by dabba x of this function. integrate with respect to t, plus value of the function, this function to the upper limit. T is variable, so replace each t by upper limit. That means x minus x bracket square, replace t by x, g of x, and find the derivative of upper limit with respect to x. That means d of dx of x, minus here value of the function to the lower limit. So replace each t by 0, x minus 0 bracket square, g of 0, and find the ordinary derivative of this lower limit here with respect to x. So if you find the partial derivative of this function with respect to x, keep t totally as a constant. So g of t as it is, and derivative of x minus t bracket square is 2 times x minus t. So this is the first step, and integrate the remaining function with respect to t. X minus x becomes 0, so second term becomes 0. Derivative of 0 becomes 0, so this last term also becomes 0. Using all the above steps, here df upon dx is equals to integral 0 to x 2 times x minus t g of t dt. So call it as equation number 2. Now in this question, we have to find d cube f upon dx cube, and in this second step, we have only df upon dx. That means we have to apply this DUIS rule to 3 times. So once we already applied this, so apply the second time here DUIS rule 2. So differentiate on both sides, df upon dx by DUIS rule 2 becomes d square f upon dx square is equals to integral 0 to x. Find the partial derivative of this function with respect to x, because x is the parameter. Integrate with respect to t, plus value of this function to the upper limit. That means replace this t by x, so 2 times x minus x g of x, and find the partial derivative of this x with respect to x. So all these terms are here, minus value of the function to the lower limit, replace each t by 0. So this is 2 times x minus 0 g of 0, and derivative of lower limit with respect to x. So in this step, x minus x becomes 0, then this becomes 0, so last two terms become 0. Here derivative of x minus t with respect to x is 1, because t is constant. Keep g of t as it is and 2 times. So d square f upon dx square is equals to 0 to x 2 times g of t dt. Call it as equation number 3. Apply again DUIS rule 2 to get d cube upon dx cube. So differentiate on both sides again with respect to parameter x. D cube f upon dx cube is equals to integral 0 to x. Partial derivative of this function with respect to x, integrate with respect to t, plus 2 times g of x. That means replace this t by the upper limit here x, so plus 2 times g of x, and derivative of upper limit with respect to x, minus 2 times value of the function to the lower limit, minus 2 times g of 0 d of dx of 0. Here t is constant, so derivative of this whole function with respect to x becomes 0. Derivative of x is 1, so the middle term becomes 2 times g of x, and last term becomes 0. So finally you will get the step here, d cube f upon dx cube is equals to 2 times g of x, and now shift this term from RHS to LHS. You will get your final answer as d cube f upon dx cube minus 2 times g of x is equals to 0. Question number 3 on DUIS rule 2. If f of t is equals to integral t to t square e raised to tx square dx, then show that df upon dt is equals to 1 upon 2t phi t square e raised to phi minus 3t e raised to t cube minus 2 times f of t. If you observe again here, the notation is different. Instead of I f of t is there, this function is to be integrated with respect to x. So x is variable, and t is the parameter, and if you observe, these are the limits as a function of the parameter t. So to find this df upon dt, apply DUIS rule 2. So write the given integral as it is, call it as equation number 1, apply DUIS rule 2. Here the same thing is happened here, we already discussed that. So differentiate on both sides, df upon dx is equals to integral of t to t square dabba by t of e raised to tx square dx plus value of the function to the upper limit. So replace this x by t square, so e raised to t into t square bracket square, and derivative of upper limit with respect to t minus value of this function to the lower limit, replace this x by t, so becomes e raised to t into t square d by dt of the lower limit. While finding the partial derivative of this function with respect to t, completely keep x as a constant. So df upon dx is equals to integral t to t square e raised to tx square, derivative of this function, and derivative of tx square with respect to t is x square dx, plus if you add the powers of t, this is t raised to 4 and plus 1 becomes t raised to 5, derivative of t square is 2t, t square plus 1 becomes tt cube, so minus e raised to t cube, and derivative of t is 1, so all the terms are exist here. We have to evaluate this integral with respect to x. So consider one function as u and one function as v. This is the algebraic function, write it as u. This is exponential function, write it as v, and start to apply the integration by parts. By using integration by parts, u integral of v minus integral of derivative of u, integral of e, v, and whole integration with respect to x. So just replace the functions u and v in this DUIS rule 2. This is equals to x square, because first function keep as it is, integration of this second function, apply the limits t to t square minus integral of t to t square, derivative of u, integral of this v, that means e raised to tx square, integrate with respect to x, and write the last two terms as it is. Here integration of e raised to tx square with respect to x, t is the constant, so this is e raised to tx square, keep t as it is, and derivative of x square becomes 2x, so twice tx. Apply the limit t to t square minus integral of t to t square, derivative of x square is 2x, integration of this function is this, e raised to t square upon twice tx dx, and write the last two terms as it is. From this second step, 2 and x, that means 2x will get cancelled, and here for the first step, apply the upper limit and lower limit, that means replace each x by the upper limit t square and replace each x by the lower limit t. After applying the limits, all the steps are in front of you. After applying the limit, upper and lower limit, these two steps are here. Minus integral of t to t square e raised to tx square upon t. Here this is dx, and write the last two terms as it is. So simplify this, open the bracket, let us cancel the common term, t cube will get cancelled, t square will get cancelled. So first term becomes t by 2 e raised to t raised to 5 minus this 1 by 2 e raised to t cube minus, take 1 by t outside, integral of t to t square e raised to tx square dx, and write last two terms as it is. If you observe that this term and this term is same, so you can add their coefficient, as well as this term and this term is same. So by taking e raised to t cube common, you can add these two terms. And you can put some notation for this integral using equation number 1. So integration limit notation for this integral is f of t. So by taking common e raised to t raised to 5 and by adding their coefficients, you will get this solution as 5t upon 2 e raised to t raised to 5. Similarly, here by taking e raised to t cube common, simplify this step, you will get minus 3 by 2 e raised to t cube, and write the notation for this last integral as 1 upon t f of t. So Here take 1 by 2 and t common. So take the LCM. Here if we take 1 upon t and 1 by 2 common, so need to multiply by t here and need to multiply by 2 here. So df upon dx becomes 1 upon 2t 5t square e raised to t raised to 5 minus 3t e raised to t cube minus 2 times f of t. So this is the final answer of this question. Similarly, you can solve one example here on DUIS rule 2. Exercise question. If y is equals to integral 0 to x f of t sine of a into x minus t dt, then show that d square y by dx square plus a square y is equals to a into f of x. So guideline here to solve this question. You can write y as a function of x, that means you can denote this by f of x also. Why the notation f of x here? Because this function is to be integrated with respect to t. So t is variable and x is parameter. So write y is equals to f of x. Write the notation for this as a f of x. You can say that. And here in this proof we have to find d square y by dx square. That means we have to find dy by dx first and then d square y by dx square. So to find dy by dx, apply DUIS rule 2 once, then apply twice. You will get LHS is equals to RHS. So thank you for watching this video.